Breaking news. FBI turns over names of 5,000 employees to Trump Justice Department. Amid lawsuit, FBI officials have complied with demands from the Trump administration by providing a list of more than 5,000 names of agents and analysts who worked on investigations related to the January 6, 2021 United States Capitol riot. Sources familiar with the situation report that this list was submitted following a directive from Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove in a memo titled Terminations. In that memo, Bove had given FBI officials a noon deadline on Tuesday to deliver the names. The demand has caused significant consternation among FBI employees. Many fear that compiling such a list is intended to facilitate the eventual termination of personnel deemed politically inconvenient by the Trump administration. This comes after Bove had already ordered the firing of 8 senior FBI officials, including those overseeing cyber operations, national security, and criminal investigations. It is important to note that the FBI workforce numbers more than 13,000 agents and more than 38,000 employees in total. The current effort to identify individuals involved in January 6th cases is seen by many as a precursor to further personnel actions. Meanwhile, officials dispatched by Elon Musk have been spotted at FBI headquarters, where Musk is reportedly overseeing initiatives under the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, known by its acronym DOGE. In response to these developments, several FBI employees filed a class action lawsuit against the Justice Department. They accused the administration of violating constitutional rights and privacy laws by requiring agents to complete a survey allegedly designed to compile a list for purging bureau personnel. The survey includes detailed questions about the agents' positions and their specific roles in the January 6th investigations. For example, whether they executed arrests, participated in grand jury investigations, or testified at trials. The lawsuit demands that a federal judge block any release or publication of the survey results or any information derived from them. The lawsuit asserts the very act of compiling lists of persons who worked on matters that upset former President Trump is retaliatory in nature, intended to intimidate FBI agents and other personnel, and to discourage them from reporting any future malfeasance by Donald Trump and his agents. This effort to purge the Bureau has been met with fierce resistance from within. In recent months, FBI employees have braced for massive personnel changes following Trump's election victory. Last month, the Justice Department fired more than a dozen officials involved in federal criminal investigations into Trump. A letter from Acting Attorney General James McHenry warned those officials that they could not be trusted to faithfully implement the president's agenda. Many within law enforcement, who generally lean conservative, have expressed dismay at being forced into politically charged assignments. In the aftermath of the January 6th incident, numerous agents complained that their involvement in Capitol riot cases was heavy-handed and politically motivated. On his first day in office, Trump even issued a blanket pardon to those arrested and convicted for their roles in the riot. The controversy has sparked a strong reaction from advocacy groups representing both current and former FBI agents. These groups have reached out to congressional Republicans, urging the White House to honor the promise made by Kash Patel, Trump's pick for FBI director, that no agent would face political retribution for working on assigned cases. Patel had previously indicated that there would be a process to review the work of agents fairly. Acting Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove's memo, released on Friday following the 8 senior firings, outlined the review process. Upon receipt of the requested information, the Office of the Deputy Attorney General will commence a review process to determine whether any additional personnel actions are necessary. This statement appears to mirror the review process described by Patel during his Senate testimony. A group of advocacy organizations representing federal law enforcement officers has publicly urged congressional leaders to intervene and prevent a broader purge of career FBI officials. In an email circulated among FBI personnel, the FBI Agents Association warned, "Do not resign or offer to resign. While we would never advocate for physical noncompliance, you need to be clear that your removal is not voluntary." Additionally, lawyers for both prosecutors and FBI agents have criticized the administration's actions as a violation of due process rights, threatening legal action if the names of agents are published. They warned that revealing this information could expose the agents to risks such as doxing, swatting, harassment, or even worse. Perhaps the most impassioned response has come from James Dennehy, the top leader of the FBI's New York field office. In an email obtained by CNN, Dennehy wrote that he is preparing to dig in to defend his team, Recalling his time in the Marines, he said, "I still remember the first time I dug a foxhole in the Marines back in 1993. I had nothing more than a small entrenching tool that I carried everywhere. I dug a 2-foot by 2-foot hole in hard ground, about 5 feet deep. It was tough work, but it protected me when the bullets started flying. Today, we are in the midst of a battle as good people are being removed from the FBI and others are targeted simply for doing their jobs according to the law and FBI policy. I am ready to do whatever it takes to defend this office. Time for me to dig in." The ongoing internal strife and legal challenges suggest that the Trump administration's attempts to purge personnel involved in January 6th investigations could have long-lasting effects on the FBI's independence and operational integrity. CNN has reached out to the Justice Department for further comment as the controversy continues to unfold.